Ottawa this morning. We're on our way to Montreal, to the Montreal Temple. It's about a 2-hour drive. And it looks like we'll be very close to the border of the U.S. The border of the U.S. I guess Montreal's very close to the border. Anyway, I wanted you to see this. We have this beautiful sunshine. But look at the way it is reflecting on the snow. I can show you that. There, you see that? See, it's because the snow has a crust on it. That's the ice. The whole field out there is ice. And I guess, see what happened? It melted for a few days. So although the snow didn't all go away, the top became ice. And then it snowed again yesterday or something, but it blew. And the wind chill out there, it's -35 wind chill. It's very cold. The scales Fahrenheit and Celsius meet at -40. So anyway, it's very cold out there, and it's blown the snow away, leaving the ice bare. Isn't that fascinating? Weren't you so glad I showed you that? Meanwhile, on the other side, look, here's a Scotch River, which is no river. It's frozen. We crossed another river a little while ago, the Nation River, I guess it is. The Nation is the name of a town. It's probably a reserve, an Indian reserve, or whatever they call it, native reserve. And there were all these little ice huts on it. It's very neat. Very neat. Do you think that's very neat, Willem?
Very neat.
Very neat. He's so obliging. Do you feel obliging, Willem?
No.
How are you feeling, Willem?
I'm fine.
You're fine. There are moose crossing signs for this whole area. Only I don't know exactly where the moose would live, since it's pretty open, farmy. They could live in those woods right there. That could be a good moose hideout. But they like water. They like to walk down in the water and eat the weeds along the edge of the water. Look at that pampas grass. Perfect for making thatch. Did you know I made a thatch roof once? Yeah, I did. And the wind wrecked it. But I didn't do it right. I didn't spend the time needed to get the results desired. How's that for a very complicated sentence? Sounds like something you would read on Facebook. Hey, look at that. We have a cloud. It was interesting to wake up this morning and look at the sunrise. And I didn't really see the sunrise. What I saw was sunshine behind the mountains. The mountains, however, were made of shingles. But they look like mountains out the window. I notice when we were down south, all the cars were clean all the way up until you got into, I don't know, New York, Pennsylvania. But no, I think all the cars are clean all the way. But here, all the cars are dirty. Yeah, but the road is clean. Look at the exhaust from those trucks. It's very cold outside. Can you even see the trucks? I can't see them when I look at this. But I'm starting to upload in HD so that you might be able to see better. Now we're going to check for the dirty on the sides of the truck. Because of the salt. You see, you can barely even see the lights. Or the flaps. Or the colors on the sides. And look at that. Very dirty. Dirty, 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 dirty. That's from the salt. Like driving through mud, liquid mud. I think that's a neat little vehicle at the back of that. I want one, Willem. Willem, I want one.
Ignore it, move it, go away.
Did you hear that? That's my sweet, loving husband. This is how we avoid arguments. He says his thought on that subject is, ignore it and hope it will go away. And guess what? It's gone. Now you can go back to your happy life. Not stressed at all. I used to think we had nice tall trees. Until I went to Georgia. Those clouds, aren't they pretty? I was just reading a comment. Somebody was commenting on one of my videos where I was cooking. And I don't think my cooking videos are worth watching, actually. But lots of people like them, so I do them. But I was talking as I was going, oh, let's just put this in the garbage. And I walked over and put something in the garbage. Anyway, this girl was quite upset that she now had motion sickness from watching my terrible video. And that that I was talking as I did everything, and then she went on about how terrible I was and the video was, and my video making-ness, how bad that all was. And then she said, you remind me of my mother. She did the exact same thing. She would talk as she did everything, and it would drive me crazy. So her comment was really more about her mother than me. I mean, her feelings and her being upset was because of her dislike of her mother that she was then transferring to me because I was at that time doing the same thing as her mother.
And if you hear this, you may comment again.
She won't hear this. This is going to be a road trip video, and she was interested in making something. People are very, oh look, here we have two signs. We have Rudolph, followed by the bull. Not really. It was a deer crossing and a moose crossing sign. But you know what? That's not a very good thing because the deer have a bacteria or a parasite, and where they poop, they give it to the deer, and I mean the moose, and the moose die. So you very rarely have deer and moose living together. They may live, their areas may meet, but they don't cross very often because the moose can't survive there. unless they realize it until they can't survive. Did you see that thing on the road? In your area, you might have thought that was a snake. But here, it was not a snake. It was a piece of rubber. Notice that we don't have big chunks of retreads here. I don't think it's because of the amount of traffic. I've never ever seen a big retread on an Ontario road. I think it might be illegal to leave them and not to pick them up.
I don't know. I've seen it.
Big, huge retreads
Yep.
in Ontario?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure?
Yep.
But you just said you think so. That is sort of like not sure.
Pretty sure. 86% sure.
86% sure. No. I'm 100% sure.
Okay, you win.
I win. There's no big retreads in Ontario. I like that. Makes the roads nice and clean. Of course, now as we go around the bend, we maybe just gonna see one big, huge retread somewhere. Pipes on the top of these silos, you know what they're for. It's because silos are very lightweight and they could blow away, and so those pipes are like the bridge tops that hold them all together to keep them from blowing away. Right, Willem?
You tell me. I don't think about that.
Wrong. It was funny. Willem is always right. Looks very pretty, all that ice. Hitting a moose, since they're so tall, they're rather like a camel.
Camel?
Yeah, they got a big hump and they got a big thing that hangs down under their chin.
Camels have 2 humps.
Camels don't have 2 humps. That's Sally the camel has 2